friends, we're going to be learning about topic 13, just lesson 13.1 and 13.2 this week. Next week we will finish up topic 13. The 13 is separated into money and time. So this week we're going to focus on money, mostly just counting coins. So the first lesson, 13.1, is identifying the coins. Most of you, I'm assuming, already know the value of our different coins in the US currency, but if you don't already, then you can watch the Brain Pop video that I've attached to your EDSB and your parents' email. Watch that first and be able to identify the coin itself. What does it look like? What are its attributes? So like this one is a copper color, brownish color. The dime is a little bit smaller, so the attributes that show you which coin is which, you need to be able to tell the difference, and then you need to know the value. So like the coin of the penny is worth 1 cent, the dime is worth 10 cents, the nickel is worth 5 cents, and the quarter is worth 25 cents. One thing that I always did with my second graders is I would can them like a handful of different coins and have them separate them out, really making sure that you know the difference between the quarter and the nickel because they can be a little confusing, and making sure that you know the difference between those actual coins. So that's going to be the first part of our lesson. The second part, if you're already past knowing your coins, if you're past that, we're going to go on to counting coins. So that's 13.2, that lesson. So this is a really fun one. I attempted to show you down here with some coins from my wallet, and of course it's backwards, but what can you do? So I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to show you the steps on how to count coins. This is the steps that I take, and I think that it's very helpful for when you go to do your assessment. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to have a handful of coins. So I have some fake coins here, and I need to order them from greatest value to least value. So not biggest to smallest, because we know that the nickel is actually bigger than the dime, but the dime has a greater value. So I need to organize them from greatest value to least value. Well, I know that my greatest value that we're going to work with in first grade is a quarter. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to see, do I have any quarters? I don't have any quarters, so I'm going to go to my next value. My next value is going to be my dime because it's worth 10 cents. So how many dimes do I have? I have 1, 2 dimes, okay? So I have 2 dimes, and then I'm going to go to my next value, which is my nickel. So I have 2 nickels. And I'm just putting them in a row, just like here. And then my last one is gonna be my penny, which is easily identified because it does have that copper color. All right, and as you can see here, it says that I need to organize them from largest to smallest value. Well, I have a penny, and then it goes to a quarter. So that's the opposite of greatest value to least value. This is actually least value to greatest value. So we need to switch it. So I'm going to show you. Okay, good. Got it right this time. All right, so I'm going to show you here. I have dime, dime, nickel, nickel, penny, 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 penny. Okay, so now I have step 1 is done. I have it ordered from biggest value to least value. The next step that you're going to do when you're counting coins is you're going to literally write down as you're adding underneath it. So let me show you what that looks like. If I have 10 cents and then I add 10 cents, I now have 20 cents. If I have 20 cents and I add 5 cents, I now have 25. If I have 25 cents and I add 5 cents, I now have 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So showing here that I started with 10 cents, if I add another 10, because my dime is worth 10 cents, I'm at 20. I added a nickel is worth 5 cents, so I'm at 25. I added another nickel, so 25 plus 5 is 30. I added a penny, which is only worth 1 cent, so 30 plus 1 is 31, and so on. So again, not a difficult concept. We've done this before, adding, but we are going to be adding specific values, so 10s, 5s, 25s, and 1s. Another thing that I wanted to go over was how many of these coins equal $1. So if we have 1 cent pennies, we would need how many of them to equal a whole dollar, or 100? So we know that if you have 1 of something, you would need 100 of them to equal 100. So you need 100 pennies. If you are skip counting by 10, you would say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So you need 10 dimes to equal 100. For nickels, you're going to skip count by 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So I need 10 to equal 50, and then 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So 10 plus 10, you need 20 of the nickels to equal $1. And then the quarter is sometimes hard to skip count, but I kind of sing it. I say 25, 50, 75, $1. 25, 50, 75, $1. So you need 4 quarters, just like what we learned in fractions. 25, 50, 75, $1, or 100. So you need 4 quarters to equal your whole dollar. The other part of your lesson is mostly just going to be taking coins of different values. I have these little coin cards that have various coins, everyday currency, and you can identify what the coins are and then try and order them from greatest to least to practice counting the coins. So that is your math lesson. If you're interested in researching currency in other countries, please go ahead. I would love to hear what you find. It's really interesting, the differences between the currencies from around the world. So I hope you enjoyed our math lesson today. Bye guys.